I am a perfectionist. Yeah, I am a perfectionist. And I'd want every single thing in my life to go as smoothly as possible. And when there comes a place where I would make a mistake, I would judge myself so harshly for that. And my happiness and peace, you might ask? Well, it depends on every single thing going perfectly. I'm also kind of a radical pessimist. I mean, the glass is obviously half empty, right? Like, why would I talk about something that's already there when I got rest of the glass to fill? Now, am I right or am I right? Imagine taking a coin and placing it right in front of your eye. Now, everything that you're going to see is the coin. This is kind of how I see my problems, yeah? Too close, too big, and blocking literally everything else out. Yeah, now this mentality kind of keeps me awake at night, replaying all the problems, the mistakes, the embarrassing moments that I've had. I'm sure everyone has this problem, but yeah, this is where I am at. Sonder is the realization that every single passerby you see is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. Now, the reason I had to bring up Sonder is that this realization is going to help you feel better about yourself. They say comparison is the thief of joy, but I feel like comparison gives you perspective. When I look at the life of, let's say, an orphan or a dying child or a widow or someone who has lost their leg in a war or something, it just makes me feel that, okay, it's not as bad as it could get for me. It makes me realize that however bad my problems may be, like, I am not special and you aren't either. And I'm not trying to say your problems are insignificant, and I know you're struggling and fighting and whatnot, but like, who isn't, am I right? Like, life is problematic, no shit for that, but yeah. And remember when I said my peace would depend on everything going smoothly and perfectly? Well, that wasn't peace, that was me trying to be in control, where I thought being in control would protect me, trying to keep everyone happy, trying to avoid conflict and whatnot. And all of this was me trying to chase peace, where instead the only thing that I was chasing was perfection, which I feel like does not exist in the real world. And it all made me think that maybe it's the pursuit itself, the pursuit of perfection or happiness, that itself is being the root cause of all of this despair. So yeah, stop the pursuit. Stop trying to be happy. Stop trying so hard. And also stop scrolling depression reels and saving shit that you think actually relate to you. And instead double down on life. Double down on living. And do random shit that makes you happy. Go outside, touch grass, pet a cat, do community service, and say you're grateful to someone in your life that you are actually grateful to. And do all this shit genuinely because you want to do it. And most importantly, remove the idea or concept of you from your thoughts. And doing this, removing this from the equation, I feel like it's going to get you a long way in you being happy. So yeah.